her connection, I think, has gone bad, maybe due to some network connection. So good evening, all of you. Ridhima and Shirley and Kathy is also here for some time. So we are here to welcome all of you on board with us on neurolinguistic programming. And you can be as part, thank you, Weber. You can keep typing in, what do you do, where are you from? You can start typing in, what do you do, where are you from? And that will help us to know you more and help us to connect NLP to your personal, professional life and the work which you are doing. So welcome everyone on that note. Thank you, Subhash. Thank you. Thank you, Webhav. All of you, you can start writing. You can't hear me. Okay, Vibhuti, all of you, can you hear me? Is my voice audible? Yeah, okay. Could you please check, Vibhuti, at your end? The volume is low. Yes. 1 second. Let me just.
Hi, Ridhima. Am I audible?
Yep. You too. Hi, how
Hi,
are you?
Ridhima. This is Colonel Kapoor calling up. Hi.
Oh, hi, Colonel Kapoor. How are you?
Hi. How do you do?
Nice to see you. Same here. Thank you so much.
Your voice is coming strength 1. I'm not able to listen to you.
Okay, just a minute.
Your voice is strength 1. I repeat, okay. Your voice is strength 1.
Yeah. I'm just checking. Just a minute. Is all of you are facing issue in my voice today? I am a little unwell, but that may not mean.
Yeah, now it's okay. I think I'm not familiar with the Zoom because Ami, you don't use Zoom. So hi, Ridhima.
No problems. Hello, Gaurav sir. Hi, Vaibhav. You're from Pune. You're working with NGO, the school support teacher. Hi, Senthil. You're from Pondicherry. Oh, okay. Hi, Leena. Let me know where you're from.
You're who? Oh, great.
Please mute yourself, everyone.
Tell them to just switch off the phones. I'm on a call actually.
Host, can you mute everyone, please? Thank you, Senthil. Hi, Samantha. Oh, yeah, Samantha, I remember we had a call. You're working in education. Thank you so much. And no, Kathy, that's fine. You're here. Hi, Smriti. You're from Delhi. Thank you so much. 1 second. There's some network connection. Okay, Priyanka is also back. So welcome everyone. You already have my introduction. You already must have read about me, and you already must have read about the agenda for us to be here today, about introducing you to NLP. And we are going to work on about the introduction and tell you about how can you use it in personal and professional life. And before I go ahead, NLP, which is about neurons, which is about non-verbal cues and verbal cues, language. Okay, I'll go slow, Smriti. Thanks so much, Smriti. So it's about neurons, it's about language, which is verbal, non-verbal, and the programming, which is about the programming which creates in the brain naturally at following the programming at the unconscious level. With me today, you have Shirley with us from Miami, US, and she has also joined us. I met her in the NLP Academy in Portugal, in Sesimbra, while I was getting trained by John Grinder, Michael Carroll, and Carmen Bostic. So I would invite Shirley to introduce yourself as well in a while. You can switch on your video so that people can see you, Shirley. It's quite early morning over there for her, and she's still there supporting us and meeting all the Indian people out there. She's also going to take us through the master program. Like when you are going to get into the master program, she will be also one of the facilitators for you, apart from Kathy, me as well. So that's a little about us. I invite Shirley to introduce yourself, and then I'll take up the intentions for today. Thanks, Shirley.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. My name is Shirley Solis. Super excited to be here with iFlame Consulting. It's just an absolute privilege. We've been working all through the pandemic in this virtual training, and you're very fortunate to have this training with Ridhima. Ridhima is the only woman in the entire India that is certified by the ITA with John Grinder. So you really, you know, it's like there's food and then there's food. And this is, you know, there's like people, trainers, and then there's Ridhima. So you're very, very fortunate to be in this elite class of trainers and in this training here. My name is Shirley Solis, and I have 6 children. I am 45 years old. My oldest child is 25. My youngest is 10. And I basically started in the world of coaching with coaching families and parenting. And this was unofficially back in 2004, and then officially in 2014. That's when I started charging more and actually creating online courses for parents and so forth. And then, you know, that just became an evolution. I wanted to create more results for the people that I worked with. I didn't want to just create information online. I wanted to create information, and then I wanted to see transformation from that information. And that's when somebody said to me, you should study NLP. And studying NLP for me became, I really didn't know what NLP was. I knew what it stood for, but I didn't, you don't really understand what NLP is until you get in it, because we can explain it to you, but it's the kind of thing that you have to experience. It's like if you've never been to Disney World, or if you've never been into a roller coaster, you've been in a roller coaster, we could say, well, this is how it is, right? Or we could tell you about a particular kind of food. It's not the same thing to tell you about it than it is to experience it. So we're very excited that today, if this is your first time, you get to really, really delve into the world of NLP. And hopefully it's not just the first time, but it's the first time of many times that will embark in a journey of transformation for yourself, for your personal life, and for your professional life. And like I said, there's no better team to do this with than iFlame Consulting, Rahul, and Ridhima. So very excited that you're here. I'm here to support you through this entire training, and to support Ridhima in whatever she needs.
Thank you, Shirley. We love you from the core, and thank you so much for being here always. Thank you so much. So hello to everyone. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Vibhuti. Hi, Kavya. Hi, Astha. Neha, I've spoken to. Aparna, I guess I spoke once. Neha, there are 2 Nehas this time. Gaurav sir, I've spoken to. Webber, Senthil, Leena, Smriti. Hello, everyone. Please let me know if the voice is now clear to all of you. Before I go into, you can start typing in the chat box wherever you see or you feel or you hear the voice is not well. Okay. All right. And you can also ask me to slow down, because there's so many things which we need to cover in this next 1.5 hours. All right. Keep writing about what you do, where you're from, and it'll be helpful for us to connect with the world of NLP as well. Okay. So before I get into exactly what NLP means to me and what it has done in my life, in my world, in my map of the world, and how it actually expanded my map in the way where I never thought to meet people like Shirley and Kathy and meet people from 55 countries all around the world and go on and do a lot of stuff. Before I go into that and tell you many things, I invite all of you. Thank you, Leena. Thank you so much. I invite all of you to quickly tell me, quickly switch on your cameras and start typing in the chat box, because there'll be too many voices then. Start typing in, what is your intention to invest these 2 days with us, to be here with us? What is your intention to do NLP? Start typing in the chat box. We are open. We would like to hear from you. If you want to raise your hand and talk within a minute for the paucity of time, and we would like to see that in the chat box. Please open your videos. Please open your videos. We love to see you. We like to have a good communication to and fro. It's not going to be a lecture over here. I do not prefer that. Okay, so I'm waiting. Start typing. What's your intention to be here before I go ahead? What's your intention to be here? Anyone wants to raise hand? And I'm looking forward to the typings over here. आप सबका यहाँ पे आने का intention क्या है? What do you want to learn and for what? Yep, Gaurav sir.
Yeah, am I audible loud and clear?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I do, probably The Indian Army doesn't teaches you Zoom, so I'm not well versed with the Zoom. Firstly, apologies to all and above.
Thank you so much for joining in.
And it's a pleasure, it's a one time experience talking to such gorgeous girls around, and such vibrant brains around. It's a pleasure from my side. A big hi to everybody. Now let's come. I'll not waste time. I've not come here to give a lecture myself. I'm a student, I forget. But then I want to learn NLP, life coaching, and whatever, just for one line. I'll finish it in one line. I want to know the world. I want to comprehend the world. And I just want to heal the world in as many ways I can. So, that's the tagline, or that's what I am looking for. I'm free to unlearn, because I have 42 years behind me of learning, starting from a DPS RK to hotel industry, to National Defense Academy, to Indian Military Academy, 21 years in the Indian Army, whatever the Army has taught me, the ethos, the virtues. And so many things I'll have to unlearn, because yes, I'm in a very senior echelon in the Army. I'm equivalent to a IG. I'm a full colonel. So I'm in a position where things happen. Like, it's a working day for me, and I have not gone to the office today, because probably I want to become a student. कहते हैं ना कि बाल काले करने से जवान नहीं होते. You have to do something different for your Javani to stay intact. Yeah, for Shirley, I'll say it in English. You can't stay young just by coloring your hairs. You need to do something weird, something different, and something maybe out of this world to stay young. Otherwise, as it is, we are growing old. And in the process, so this is the roadmap which I have jotted down for myself. And maybe in the process of healing, and in the process of knowing people, because I talk a lot, I meet people a lot, but I've seen miseries a lot. I'm a travel freak. I've just finished 5,500 kilometers on my bike. I wanted to see कि खुदा बड़ा है कि corona. I'll tell it to Shirley if she can understand in English. I have just finished with my bike ride of 5,500 kilometers, and I just wanted to see that is the God larger or bigger, or this pandemic, so-called pandemic from the Chinese. I'll not take a unparliamentary kind of a thing, but yes. So I had gone there. So I saw a lot of misery, a lot of poor people, a lot of negative energy was there. So I read a lot of things about energies. So next thing is, one is the healing the world, and one is, it's all about energies. Finally, we are also energies.
Sure.
I'm radiating some energies. That's why you are able to hear some energies. Some of them are receptive of the energies. They are understanding. Some don't comprehend. They will repel that energy. So it's finally about energies. And all this, I was sitting with a doctor in the morning. So this is a good thing which everybody should know. I hope I'm not taking on the time.
And I would request you to finish that up in just 10-15 seconds, sir. I've spoken to him, so it is okay. I can talk to him this way, so I can ask him. Yes, sir. 15 seconds.
Oh, you cut my thing. Oh, I again forget that I'm a student. Sorry. I just forget that I'm a student. So
I know that I can talk to you that way, so it's absolutely okay.
I'll just cut it short in 3 lines. I need to unlearn. I need to unwind, and learn and go for the higher pedestals. And जिंदगी में चाहत सिर्फ इतनी है कि मैं आया, जग हंसा मैं रोया, जब मैं जाऊं तब क्या हो, तब
सवेरा हो.
No, I'll just cut it in 5 seconds now.
Lena is saying something on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lena, go ahead. Lena, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. I'll cut my case. Thank you. Pleasure talking.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. No, actually, it was very wonderful hearing you. I guess all of you enjoyed hearing Colin Kapoor. He comes from Army, and at this level also, he is so open to learning. So my gratitude and my big thank you to you, sir, on that part. And of course, to each and every one out here who is spending time. Lena, go ahead. You were completing that line. I really want to hear from you.
Yes, I was saying that when I leave, तो जग रोए मैं हंसूं. That's what I was saying.
Beautiful, beautiful, nice, beautiful. Thank you so much, Lena, for completing that for us. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Lovely. People, I believe in two-way interactions. I believe in engagement because when we will speak up our minds, what we are thinking, then only we can actually experience NLP. For me, there are so many intentions which people have given. Thank you, Beauty. You're an image consultant. That's nice to hear. Lovely. So there's so many people who have written about unwinding, learning, exploring, understanding self, written by Subhash. Kavya says, what is NLP? Implement it to make it better frame to the world. Neha says to invest for self-growth, self-exploration. I love exploration, Neha. Amazing world to explore. And Lina says to understand self again. So people are here for some common agenda altogether, if I have to put in knowing self better, being self-aware. And I was talking to one of the persons, one of the lady yesterday. She is about what does she do? Her work is to make change easier in organizations, especially. And she was saying that, you know what, the most important thing I want to learn NLP is to explore because I just don't know anything. I read in a book, I was meeting some of the trainers, and they were so much talking about NLP, NLP. And I thought I want to connect with someone who can tell me what exactly it is. So she asked me, Shirley, that can you put NLP in one line to me? And I said, surrender to the experience. That's it. Surrender to the world of experience, and the magic begins. That's what actually happened with me. I had no agenda. For some of the people I spoke to, I had no agenda for becoming a trainer of NLP, going and meeting John, Michael Kamen, going and meeting my beautiful friends, Shirley, Kathy, and so many mentors out there. I really had no plan as such. When I went first time, I just went, I surrendered myself to the techniques, literally, and it healed my one of my wound of my grief of my mother's death, which was there from the year 2004. And I used to believe that my mother is no more because of me, and I carried it for almost 7 years, and it was affecting my health, it was affecting my child's health in such a way that I, because of fear, used to give him 5 antibiotics bottle in a month. 1 year little child, think about this, just 1 year little child, 5 bottles of antibiotics could be suppressing his emotions, yeah, if I've talked from Ayurveda or from homeopathy point of view. And I didn't even know why am I doing that. I was having a lot of fear about losing relationship. I was having a lot of fear about water, was fearful to me. I couldn't think about going into water. When I did NLP, I started exploring multiple things. There was no plan that I'm going to do it for that. Let me tell you that. I went ahead and experienced, and I just experienced it. And to my surprise, I went for scuba diving. I went for scuba diving underwater. And my dad also was with me. My whole family was with me. It was just amazing. My son, who also had hydrophobia, he goes underwater swimming. He is not afraid of things. My son doesn't take medicines, and he says, I don't need medicines because I know that I can heal my body myself.
Mm.
He talks that to you. He will actually, he now, he talks so much of NLP now. He's grown up, he's 10 years. So there's so many things which happened. I had just let me just share my screen. If I will show you, host, can you just enable my screen? I had no idea that I can go ahead and do NLP with some of the top giants in IT for their middle level managers to help them transform and work with their teams easily. I didn't actually know it. It just started happening in its own way, in its own fashion, right? So that's the way, for me, that's the way NLP was. So I didn't know that I'm going to meet these beautiful people you see over here. And of course, you see over there Shirley as well, with me standing, and she's always there standing with us. So there is a lot of work which has happened. Does it happen in just one day? Sorry, no. The answer is clear, no. Please understand, what is NLP? The program running inside our mind unconsciously at a natural level, which is constructed by our own unconscious. It is constructed. So the point is, can I understand at the non-verbal level self-awareness? Can I understand at the non-verbal level about how I do what I do, and intelligently can I use it at the time when I require on demand? You will be surprised right now what I'm going to say. From last 3 days, four now. From last 4 days, I am having some severe problem in my digestion, that there is nothing which is going inside, and I'm puking. And I'm standing in front of you. Well, I did a technique with myself again, with my unconscious, to help myself to get up and help myself to give equal amount of rest and equal amount of water. And my unconscious was speaking to me, don't give me any food for some time. If I would have been older Ridhima, I would have gone to doctor, which my parents, I mean, which my husband did 4 days back. And doctor said, no, if someone is puking, if anyone is doctor, please let me know. If someone is puking and not able to have food and water, he has to be, or she has to be hospitalized just now, isn't it? Because the glucose is not going inside and the person might fall. That's a normal scenario. I'm not asking you to go in that kind right now. What I'm trying to tell you is that the kind of program, if I'm aware that how does my body runs, and I can intelligently, that's what John always says, I can intelligently use that state on demand. Today, in front of all of you, I'm using the state of presenting on demand from my body. And on that, I've promised my body to give rest after the session is over. So the point is, in a simple way, if I have to put NLP across to all of you, it's all experience. It's just experience, which is made up with the tools of WACOG, meta model, Milton model, timeline patterns, understanding your body, calibration skills, sensory acuity, anchoring, reframing, belief systems. There's a whole combination of tools which comes into you, and it says that now you can, unwind yourself. Okay. I'm going to just now give you a small example of what I'm telling you about the programming. So basically, in one line, one more thing. Understanding your pattern, deconstructing your pattern, and constructing a new pattern. Understanding your pattern, deconstructing, you able to deconstruct your pattern step by step, tool by tool, and then constructing a new pattern is the magic that I am able to do after so much of practice now. I can say that now. Okay. Now, let me tell you what am I talking about, this pattern and senses, etc. Let us go back to the time of coming in this world as a small kiddo. Okay, just a small kid, beautiful small kid, the way the kid comes in life. So biologically, two men and women come together, there's a sperm, it goes in the body, start biologically moving, and then small womb start creating, and then the body start making up, isn't it? After 3 to 5 months almost, we get to know the small hands, small face with all these senses of eyes, nose, ears, cheek, neck, the stomach, the legs, and the hands started happening, isn't it? In the mom's womb, I am holding the umbilical cord. And if you notice, when the small kids come in, I'll just stop the share. When the small kids come in the life, they have their hands closed. Have you noticed that? Right? They've practiced this pattern so much inside the mom's womb in the umbilical cord. That's why they say that they have a fear of falling. If you notice, I love kids, and I run all the patterns on kids. It's so easy. It's really so easy. So I was just observing my nephew. He's now 1 year. How intelligently this guy, just 1 year, surely, he is not allowing himself to fall in the living room from the sofa down.
Mm.
I mean, he would be so sure about that if I will turn a little more, he will fall. He's learned that, isn't it? So that womb, going back to that womb and the mom's womb, and it becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and the kid coming out. His small little eyes, which are closed at time, maybe. For some it is open, for some it is closed. There could be some reasons for that also. I might like to explore that well. And the small little nose, these small little ears, the mouth, the first touch of any of the parents, grandparents, after the doctors, of course, the smell of mom, the way he start or she starts seeing the world, hearing the sounds when he start or she start growing, and mama says, looking at him, making a smile, means like that, ale, 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 cutie, 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 or whatever sound she creates or he creates, parents create, giving us different rhythms of sounds, letting us know that the sound has some meaning. We capture all that information, helping us to walk, holding hands, and walking, helping us to know what is touch, the sense of the touch, the sense of smell, the sense of first food of mom's taste, the milk. That's just amazing. And the way I see, I hear, I smell, I taste, I feel. And I grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. My dad helped me to walk. My parents helped me to do different things. And I'm growing and growing and growing, 2 years maybe. And my mother asked me, okay, this is the way to hold the brush. And my mother asked me to do this. And I'm doing this. And I'm doing this. And I'm brushing my teeth, brushing my teeth, brushing my teeth with my mother. And I grow and 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 grow. Today, how many of you brush your teeth? Just a simple example.
Hopefully
Come on,
everybody.
people. You did? Yeah. Every day. And I'm still brushing my teeth. People keeps your video on so that I can see all of your expressions. And yeah, Vibhuti, thanks. So we're brushing the teeth every day. Every day. Do you actually think before you brush the teeth? I mean, maybe tomorrow morning you might think about what do you do to brush your teeth. But in a natural scenario, do you actually think about how do you brush your teeth? Not literally. How do you roti ko hum kaise todte hain? How we take a bite of our roti? Not really. How are we making dal and chawal? The dishes which we make? Not really, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's so natural. The way maybe people who are athlete and go for jogging, etc., or walking or workout, who are high in that, when you start doing it, you just start doing it. You don't think too much about it. It's a natural occurring pattern in your unconscious, which is repeated so many times that it just occurs by its own. You don't think about it, isn't it? Now, you would say, do I really need to think about brushing my teeth? Not really, of course. You may not. That's your choice. NLP is about choices. However, what if I can understand? What if I can understand some of the patterns which I run? How does it help me? Some of the patterns which I run, and how does it not help me? So the patterns which does not help me, can I deconstruct those patterns, tuck, 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 step by step, and then change something and have a new pattern? Okay, and of course, this will come with experience. This understanding of what am I saying right now would come to you with experiencing these techniques and understanding more and more. You can't learn NLP just by listening, just by reading. You can learn NLP only by doing. One mantra, get it clear. If you want to become a master in NLP, do until excessively done and becomes a part of your system. Period. Make it a part of your system. Okay. Any questions so far? No problem, Neela. Yeah, Lena, no problem at all. No problem. I love your face, anyways. So if in case you have some network issues, all of you, it's okay, but we like to see your faces, of course. Any questions so far for understanding the simple example of programming? Shirley, would you like to add on something on the programming and the definition of NLP?
Yeah, I mean, you've given a perfect explanation that I think is very clear for everyone. For me, NLP has become the ability to transform our reality. You know, because of the programming that we have when we are children, obviously we learn that, let's say, fire is bad, right? Like, not bad, but, you know, don't touch fire because you'll get burned. And yet you go to an event and they set out fire and they make you, not they don't make you, but you choose to walk on fire or over hot coals. Well, that's the equivalent of NLP. It's, you learned that something was this way, and it turns out that by expanding your choices through NLP, we get to now break the limitation that we once had. That's what NLP is. And I know we're speaking in terms of abstract words, because you might be like, well, yeah, but I thought I was here because I'm an image consultant, and what is that going to do for me? Well, if you think about it, everything, no matter what you do, whether you're in HR, image consulting, you work for the military like Gaurav, or you are a parent and you want to improve your relationship with your child, everything is about what's going on in here. I love John Grinder. The man is a genius. He says, we basically live the theater of the absurd. Am I pronounced, is there a way to translating that, Ridhima, so that they can get the concept? Yeah. The theater of the absurd, right? Sometimes when a person has a problem or a challenge that they're experiencing, it's really absurd. They have this limitation, and the limitation is just right here. So through NLP, through the techniques, the beauty about NLP and what I found is like, okay, you know what? If you understand hypnosis, and I think, Ridhima, you use hypnosis, or you manage the tool well. We're both hypnotherapists. We can use hypnosis as a tool. And there's other tools like tapping. I don't know if you've heard of that, or, you know, you learn public speaking. NLP is a very versatile tool. You heard us talk about the intention. The intention of NLP is that it was created as a very flexible tool, so that no matter what industry you're in, you're going to be able to utilize it in every area of your life, in every scenario, with your conversations with yourself, with your conversations with other people. You're going to be able to use it to influence others for good in an ethical way, because it is a very ethical tool if used properly. It will create greater congruency with you. The reason we don't achieve goals is because we are incongruent. A part of us wants to do this, and a part of us wants to do that. A part of me wants to eat cake, and a part of me wants to work out. The reason we have conflict with our significant other, a part of me wants to accept him just the way he is. A part of me says he should change. All these things, they're just all mindset. And so NLP is just a phenomenal tool to be able to break through those limitations and really expand our map of the world through all of the different tools that we will have through NLP, created by these geniuses that created it, in my opinion, Bandler and Grinder. And then we use it in every scheme of our life. Like one gentleman told me, and I'll end with this. He said to me, before I even became a practitioner, an NLP practitioner, he's already a gentleman in his 80s, and he had learned multiple modalities of healing of training, of teaching, public speaking, and so forth. And he said, Shirley, NLP is by far the most powerful tool that I've ever learned. And I was like, really? And he said, yep, out of everything I've learned, NLP is the most powerful tool I've ever learned. Well, of course, I had to go and find out for myself, not because I was doubting it, but because if that was the best tool, then I wanted to have the best tool to help me heal people. I really connected with Gaurav when he said, I want to help heal. In essence, when we, people have things, right? Physical ailments, emotional elements, things that we want to get rid of, that don't want to carry on in our life. We want to, NLP can help us do that. I want to be able to influence others for good. I want to be able to help people reach their goals. I want to be able to help people do great things in their life. And NLP has allowed me to be able to do that, has allowed us as trainers, as coaches, to be able to do that as agents of change. So yeah, NLP is the ability to transform our current reality into a reality that has no limits.
Wow, that's strong. Current reality to the reality which has no limits. It has a structure in its own, the way she is saying. So current reality is in your own world, the way you see, the way you hear, and the way you feel what you feel. That's current reality. In context with personal, with a relationship, in context with professional, with someone in the profession or your goals in profession, in context with your health, or in context with what you want to achieve in a next goal or a next business idea which you have. Okay, that is current reality. Now the new reality which you can achieve, which you have thought of maybe while you are joining up the course, and the answer to you or the surprise to you would be there would be something else which will come up altogether. I was speaking to one of the communication coach yesterday, and she was giving me example, how do we make communication campaigns. Now I'm going to connect the benefits at a personal professional level, and then I'm going to take you into the technique directly. So I'm just giving one example, and please, that's why I will always say, let me know who are you. So one is image consultant, another one, some of the trainers that I know, Colonel I know. Please write what profession you are in, and I'll connect your profession to NLP also. Quickly, I'll take 10 minutes and then we get into technique. So I was explaining that to communication coach, that she said that I'm working already with a partner and I want to be doing something else as well as independent. So she explained me, I asked her, what exactly do you do? So she explained me, it's a little confidential thing. I'll not tell you the full thing. She explained me the way she is dealing with the clients at a corporate level to create some communication campaigns for road and safety, which is originally done by many of the companies, but the way she is doing it is quite unique. And that's why she gets sold. And she told me what exactly is she doing, okay? And what I did, this is again John Grinder's work. Whatever I have learned, I just apply it directly. I love applications. And I picked up what she is doing into a step-by-step process. And I told her that you're running a set pattern, and that's why you get results like this. Did you ever know that this is the pattern which you run? And what if you want to create more Pallavis like this in your own company? If you will keep doing this and you will not have more Pallavis, like 5 Pallavis doing the same thing for your client whom you have trained, within your umbrella, you can grow. One option. Second option, can you create a new communication model using NLP meta model, Milton model, these tools, and give something extra to your clients? Third product which we made. This all happened in yesterday's call. I'm sure you all have the email that you all have personal coaching with me. We are going to go through that, so don't worry. This happened in the last week's personal coaching call. It will happen yesterday. And the third product which came out was that she can train the corporates, and that's what I told her, what pattern she has. She can replicate that pattern to the corporate people, marketing team who is not able to reach that kind of strategy in the marketing teams. Period. She's fantastic. It's just that she's not utilizing it at a structured level. That's it. I'm not going to do anything. And she's done. Now, for example, you say you're a corporate trainer, you're into corporate and also a trainer. So when you are, Kavya, into corporate trainings, yeah, you have emotional intelligence, you have communication training, you have conflict management, you have team building, you have team management, so many different kind of trainings keep coming up. Add on different modalities of NLP into the training itself. In fact, when you go to the corporate and ask for the work or discuss the work with the HR, you can create or use meta model, Milton model to have good influence in a way, in a positive intention way, and can also coach the senior managers, which I have done. That product can be replicated, Kavya, very easily. Seeing your other strengths also, I would like to have a discussion on that. Subhash, for example, you're a freelancer and a developer. The way you are dealing with the clients of yours for development of new websites, what new things can be add on? Are you doing a complete match of WCAG in the website? Are you using Milton model in the website? Can you create new choices for the clients? That's one of the ways to, if I have to professional goals. Everyone is going professional. Someone tell me about personal also. Deepak, technical consultant and advisors. When you are doing technical consultancy, you are into a frame of dealing with the clients, right? And advising them. Instead of advising them, Deepak, what can happen if you will communicate with them in such a way that it is challenging the clients instead of advising the clients? Can you do that? Maybe, yeah. Okay. People who are having any physical, how many of you would like to have a good, healthy life? Healthy life. How many of you? Raise your hands. Yeah. Good, healthy weight, healthy life, want to reduce weight or have a normal life, have good fitness. Yeah, exactly right, Meena. Yeah, amazing results which you can get with NLP. I have tried it. I'll give you that thing also, no problem. The point is, I need to know my own body. That's amazing, right? So can I put NLP in just one basket? No, as Shirley said, you can have multiple things. It's versatile. Okay. Any coach, any trainer, any entrepreneur, any consultant, any IT person, any manager, any HR, any housewife, any husband, any boyfriend, any any girlfriend. Why do we limit ourselves to husband and wife? Any student, okay, any teacher, any special educator. I'm working with some special educator. Please connect with me. We'll discuss that. Um, bachas who doesn't, speak, speech therapy problem, bachas whose gross motor movement are slow, okay, and the special teachers are required. So we are working on that as well. Last we had one, what's her name, Adina. She was there and she's working on that. She has picked up the tools and she's going and practicing it. Can you learn everything in just one go? No. It's a 2 month extensive work which you're going to practice and practice and practice. And what we offered is, we offer commitment, we offer hand holding, and we want hand holding or commitment from your side as well. Having said all of this, let's understand. Write up one of the specific goal which you want to achieve quickly. Write down one of the specific goal which you want to achieve very clearly. Okay. Very clearly. When you say I want to be fit, okay, or I want to be healthy, be a little more elaborative for yourself. One of the goal which you want to achieve, quickly write it down so that I know that you are clear or you are ambiguous, like a little vague. Don't be vague. Let's start getting into the technique now. I'm waiting for the chat. Everyone start writing one of the goal. 60 kgs weight, clear abs. Oh, lovely. Oh, so beautiful. Nice. Good. Okay. All right. Arsh, right? Arsh. People, you can start writing. I'm going to pick up. I will make my work noticed. Okay. How specifically? A little more, Lena. Okay. Ask yourself how specifically you want your work to be noticed. People should be seeing it. People should be appreciating it. What kind of work are you doing? Be a little more elaborative. Emotionally balanced and stable. Deepak, become a little more clear. When you're emotionally balanced and stable, what do you do then? Personal context or professional context? Okay. Astha, when you are happy, what do you do? How happy? reactivate my connection with NLP. Okay, Smriti. Okay, what will happen if you reactivate? What do you do? Do. I want a do. Okay. Deepak, take up one. Yeah. Personal, professional, what do you do? Control emotions and focus on task. Okay, Aparna. Happy and healthy. Okay. I'm going to pick up one of the volunteers from the group if anyone is ready to go ahead and experience it. Anyone? Okay, Astha. All right. Thank you, Astha. You can unmute yourself, Astha, if you can. Yep. Okay, Subhash is also saying. So Subhash, we'll do a group one. Astha, you coming over there? Okay, she's
Yes.
taking. No problem.
Yeah,
Subhash,
yeah, I'm here.
okay. Yeah, Astha. So all of you, when I'm asking her questions and when I am working with her, you can also start writing answers to yourself. Okay, those questions can also have meaning to you. And when I will take her through the exercise, if you want, by listening my voice, you can also go through the same exercise. Okay, all right. For the matter of being clean with the exercise, I am picking up one person at this moment. Hi, Astha.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing good. How are you?
Very good.
Nice. Where are you from, Astha?
Delhi.
Delhi. Oh, okay. Which place?
Not Delhi, like Model Town, if you know Delhi.
Yeah. I know Delhi very well. Delhi ko kaun nahi janta? Great food, great place. Amazing.
Yeah.
How is shopping going on in Delhi nowadays? Slow down.
Shopping is slowed down. Finally, Delhi people are coming to a rest, which is good.
I know they're surprised with the new rest, yeah, coming up.
Yes, I'm happy. Malls are empty.
Wow, lovely. Good. I'm also happy with this lockdown. There's so many new things which came up with us.
Same here, for
Interesting.
sure.
We do visit Delhi. Whenever we visit Delhi, we'll let you know. We do
Oh,
visit Delhi
please.
at least 2-3 times in a year.
Oh, great. I mean, please definitely let me know about it.
Sure. And do visit Pune as well.
Okay, I have to anyways visit Pune for my yoga learning. So this is one of
Oh,
the
wow.
things I had to do to be KSI Yoga
Okay.
Studio.
Okay.
I don't know when it will happen now because December, I'm not sure that the things are opening up. So maybe post that.
Sure. When the time is right, it's right.
Absolutely right.
Lovely. Great. So what would you like to work on today? Any specific?
No idea, nothing specific. I mean, I can go by whatever you have in.
Oh, okay. All right. So I wanted you to pick up something something specific which you like, want to have a goal. For example, let's say yoga. If you want
Okay, so
to.
professionally, yes, like there are a lot of many verticals where I'm confused because as a dancer, I think I want to do dance therapy. But when I do yoga, I think I want to do more of meditation and spirituality. Then when I go there and I want to know more why people are stuck in life, so let me connect to NLP. But then, somewhere or the other, because all these areas are so connected, I might want to do everything, but this makes me stand in a position where I'm jack of all trades, maybe master of none. Not I'm commenting, I'm not giving the statement, but maybe I might land up there, which I do not want to, because the goal is clear where I want to like help people. I don't know, maybe achieve their goals, but at least to become happy and content in whatever life has given to them. So, but there are so many paths. I think I'm very confused which one to choose.
Okay, all right. I have a specific question. Okay, Weber says same here. Yeah, it could be with some others also. That you are a yoga therapist or a yoga trainer. You are a communication trainer as well, and you want to do NLP. So you can also, all of you can take that as well. Okay. All right, Asta. So I want to ask you one thing. How did you get to know that you want to do all these three? Do you have a model in front of you who is like doing all these three together?
Somehow yes, because when I think that everything is interrelated, whatever I'm doing is nothing which is maybe a and a Z. It's just A, B, C, and I have to connect dots to make people understand that this will definitely come together, but I don't know how. But yes, I do believe that they are connected and they can be togetherly done very nicely if given together in a way which is helpful and workable.
Okay, all right. So my question is, have you seen, heard, or felt that the combination of three, which is interrelated, can be done easily? Do you have a model whom you have seen that this person does, XYZ together in a beautiful way, in the way you want?
I haven't seen. According to
Okay,
my research, whatever I can do, I haven't seen.
okay, all right. Do you live with your parents?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, mom, dad?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, what does your mom do?
She's into business of home furnishing items,
Okay,
manufacturing, and my dad is again into gold and jewelry.
okay, all right, okay. So your mom, who is into the manufacturing of home furnishing, what else she does?
That's all she does.
Okay. Apart from that, she has also brought you up, if I'm not wrong, with
Okay,
due
of course,
respect.
yes. I mean, I thought you're asking professionally. I
With
mean,
all
yes.
together.
Of
I'm
course, yes.
sorry.
So she is fond of gardening. We have almost, I don't know, more than 1,000 plants in my house.
My
So
goodness, wow, I would have visit.
she's really fond of gardening. I mean, I think she just like she connects to the plants as if they are their own kids. So it's like she's small, that is big. I don't know how it's gonna grow. So she has these talks very fondly with all of us. And then she likes traveling. She likes to do a lot of things, but her execution in the other part is a little. Again, I think a mindset which she's not able to break. So she's more into her work, and then yeah, like more of gardening and all of these, like traveling around the city.
Okay. Give me an example that she is managing three or four things together in a way which you like, if in case you have. And it's not necessary that you have to pick up mom only, but I'm just asking and checking.
Okay, like what I like about my mom, like the way she's
Yep,
handling things.
yep, yeah, yeah.
Work amazing. She's from a small town, Amritsar, and she did really well. She got an opportunity to even fly to the US on sponsor visas. So amazingly handled. Then I think I don't know what else to say, honestly. Um, um, the house,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. The house.
Yeah, the house and relationships and the way she's beautified and her own life.
House, relationship, traveling, planting, and work.
So
House,
many.
relationship, planting, uh,
And work.
working, and work, and traveling.
Traveling, I would say no, actually, no.
Okay, so let's take that out. So house, relationship, beautifying, traveling, no, sorry,
Gardening.
gardening, and work.
Yeah.
What is common in this pattern? What is that which she's doing inside her mind? I want you to now see see your mom in front of you, if you can. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. If you want to open your eyes, you can open your eyes.
Okay.
All right, that depends completely on you. And I
Yeah.
invite now Vaibhav, if you also have some of the model who is doing all the three things, any of the three things together. And if you have a clear model, also you can go ahead, Vaibhav. Yeah. Any one of you, you are focusing on a goal. You want to achieve a goal. Someone said losing weight, coming into 68 kgs or whatever. Okay. So pick up a model who exactly does what you want to do. For example, I have a model who is Sachin. He is yoga trainer, and the way he does yoga is what I want to model exactly. Okay, all right, all of you. So I invite all of you to write down the goal you have clearly, number one. Number two, who is that who does that particular thing in a way you want to do? Okay, all right. Okay, so Astha, I invite you and all of you, you can do this with us. Take a deep breath, relax wherever you're sitting. I'll allow your unconscious to take over, okay? If you are even understanding half of what I'm saying, that's absolutely fine. Let your let it take over today. Thanks, Shirley. So I invite all of you to take a deep breath, relax, inhale and exhale, and just allow your body to naturally, no problem, Subhash, there is no right, there is one, but there is no right, okay? In the context of what specific goal you are taking, let the unconscious guide you, okay? Go through the process. Take a deep breath and relax, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And I invite you, Astha, to see your mom doing gardening, taking care of those 1,000 bachas, the way she says she is small, she is big, and the way the thing is happening. See what you see, hear what you hear, whatever it is, and feel the way she is there, over there, doing things. And then the way she is handling the whole house. See again what you see. Hear how is she handling the speed of the moments, the way she's doing. See it clearly. The speed in which she's doing, maybe slow, maybe fast. How is she thinking inside herself? And then she goes to doing her office task of manufacturing and the way she is doing, and focus on the way the movement happens in her body and the way she does it. Look at her again. The way she is busy in her manufacturing, in the plant, in the place where she is doing the manufacturing, at the place, at the office. How is she doing? What is she doing? Hear the way she talks like. And all of you see, hear what your model is doing. What your model is doing. You can take only one thing also. Just see the way your model is doing, what he is doing, she is doing here. And now I invite you to step inside the model, step inside the mom Astha, step inside the model, and just start doing what she is doing. Just start doing what he is doing, what your model is doing. Adjust your physiology that way. Your physiology, adjust your physiology that way. So your neural pathways start taking it up. Adjust your physiology that way completely. The way she is moving, the way she is doing. If there is a flow, get into the flow completely. Become your model and start doing it unconsciously. Just start doing it. Get into that rhythm. One by one, she's doing one, she's doing two, she's doing three, and all three seamlessly the way she does. All three seamlessly the way she does. Take a deep breath. Step out again, all of you. Step out. Become more aware. See, hear what your model is exactly doing when he or she doing that. Whatever he or she doing. See it clearly, the way the shoulders are, the way the hands movements are, the way the stomach is, the hands sitting, standing, the way the model is talking. And now again, in a series of these movements, step in Astha again. And everyone, step in, and become your model. And start doing the way she's doing. Maybe you notice more details, how seamlessly she does. There's something which she does in the brain. Maybe you notice more detail, how easily she's doing it. What does she think inside? You're with the model. Okay. Step out again. Step out again. Everyone step out. Take a deep breath. See your model from the distance again. Come on. See your model from the distance again. Hear your model from the distance again. Maybe you notice a little more information which is there to process. If not the whole process again, see it. And now your model will allow you to see the homework which your model does inside himself or herself to reach what he or she has reached. Allow your model to show you the homework which your model does. What exactly the homework which your mother would do inside her brain to do what she is doing. See that homework which she's doing. There could be some homework which your model does inside the brain at the unconscious level completely. Allow yourself to see it. Take a deep breath. Your unconscious will gather it automatically. You're living with her and your unconscious knows it very well. It's easy. Maybe unconscious showing some pictures, some images, some sounds and something to you. And see, hear the way she's doing the homework and step into the model. Step into the model and start doing the homework in the brain the way she or he is doing. Step into the model, take a deep breath, step into the model and allow yourself to do the homework the way the model is doing the homework. Do the whole homework. Come out again, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, come out again, see from the distance. The whole homework. Nice. See it again quickly, the whole homework and the whole thing which she does or your model does. See it again last time. See the whole movie running in front of you, the way she's doing the homework and the way she's doing the whole thing. See the whole movie, hear the whole sounds, there's something happening. Okay, again, everyone, step in, step in, step in. Do the way it is. Do the way it is. That's it. Let your unconscious gather all the information at the unconscious level. Take a deep breath. Let it settle. Thank the learning and come back to the learning zone. Okay. All right. Okay, Astha.
Yep.
She's looking different. She's into a Thank you, Zubin. Nice to see you again. Lovely. I'm glad that you're here again, and experience is all it takes. Nice. Hi, Sharad. I was seeing you doing it. Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks, Astha. I could see Vaibhav doing it. Okay, come on, let's talk about the experience. What happened? Astha?
Um, I think when you step exactly into her shoes, so it's a little different picture altogether. Um, you can, I mean, if you're stepping into your role model shoes, I mean, you can really understand what that person is doing and how is it preparing to achieve a particular goal.
Hmm.
So, for
Yes.
example, when I saw her actually doing her work or gardening, what I could see is the kind of attachment she has, and how does she prepare is probably um, she studies, researches, goes into the details,
Mm-hmm.
and then apply it, and then something
Mm-hmm.
comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, really stepping into the shoes, because we think we are, but generally we do not. But this exercise was really different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing. Yep, congratulations. One of the fact which I want you to write down somewhere, if you can, or if you want to, or it is completely your choice. You mentioned very important word which she mentioned is the how is she doing? How is the process? The how of it matters a lot. That's what beautiful, Asta. You just got the learning in just one technique. That's what I want everyone to learn. The how as a process is important in NLP. Now, go back. There are things which she said: studies, researches, applies. Three words: how she studies, how she does the research, and how she applies. And then there is something which comes in. Three-step process which she is following. Okay, all right. So you can do this exercise once again with yourself to know more about the process now. The process of study separately, okay, not including everything. Okay, Asta?
Yeah.
Only studying. Then
Okay.
second time, the process of researching and only researching. And then third time, the process of application and only application. I mean, I can go and on. With the paucity of time, I have to stop on this. And one important thing which I want all of you to be away from is the interpretation. Now, the interpretation is here is like, how am I, which is good, which is fine. Okay, I respect it. But for the matter of learning NLP, how am I attached to that work is an emotion, okay? Right? So leave the emotion a little aside for some time when you are doing the exercise, when you're doing the technique. I'm not saying be emotionless, I'm saying with the technique when you're doing the technique. Okay? All right? Great. Thank you so much, Astha. It was a beautiful learning for
Thank you.
all of you here. Thank you so much. Okay, I have some questions and some experiences from Vaibhav, from Sharad, and yeah, Shirley, thank you so much. Yes, we did it all. Oh, thanks so much, Shirley. Ash, this model exercise, why did I open it? Before I go into that, I have something to share more. So, Vaibhav, could you please come over? How was your experience? What happened? Is there something else which you, yes, details which came out from models. Vaibhav, would you like to share something quickly in a minute? Unmute yourself. Host, can you unmute? Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. Ma'am मत बुलाओ
Uh,
यार. रिधिमा बुलाओ.
no, I am very small. Ma'am, this session is really nice. Means your techniques are really helpful for me because right now I am working with students.
Mm-hmm.
There are some critical conditions in my house also.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I
but
respect that.
the technique you told us, it's really for me, and I will apply
Good,
to
good.
all
Okay.
the conditions.
Can I ask you that were you able to see and hear what your model does and you were able to do that? That's all.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Fine. Sharad, you have a question. Arsh, you have a question. Would you like to take questions, Shirley, and then I'll come in? Or would you like me to go ahead? How is it?
Yeah, depends. You mean the one where it says, can you explain the 3-step process that
Yeah,
discussed in
yeah,
the
yeah,
end
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
exercise? No, you take
yeah.
that, if that's okay.
Okay, all right, fine. So before I get into the three-step process that I'm discussing in the end of the exercise over here, Arsh, I quickly would like to, Sharad, no problem. We can get over a personal coaching call as well. So the most important thing of all of you, please write down whatever you experience as experience number one. Second, whatever I am doing right now is coming from the core concept of NLP, which is called modeling. Okay, I'm going to quickly share what is NLP based on, the real story. So the concept of, let me just hide this. How do I do that? Yeah. So the concept of NLP is based on modeling. That's the basic concept. Okay. How did it started? John Grinder on the left, Richard Bandler here, both of them. And also there was Frank Muselik, as well as Deloitte, if I'm not wrong, if I'm speaking the name right. Also did the modeling of Milton Erickson, the famous hypnotherapist, Virginia Satir, who was a famous family psychologist. The books of Virginia Satir is still available. Conjoint Family Therapy. Rich Pearls, who was the creator of Gestalt therapy. If people who are into training have heard about it. What John and Richard did, they followed a simple process. Go back to the story of kid. Go back there. What is the kid doing? Kid is seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, sensing, and smelling and tasting. Based on that entire process, the kid is continuously taking information, okay? Gathering information. And based on the gathered information, he processes the information, he deletes some information, he generalizes some information like इसका मतलब स्माइल होता है, मम्मी ऐसे है तो गुस्सा है, मम्मी ऐसे है तो सरप्राइज है, like that. Generalize information and distort information in his own world. And he programs something like this. We are modelers by birth. Naturally, we are doing it. However, the intelligent genius guys, Richard and John, of course, the way they did it is Milton Erickson, who was a famous hypnotherapist who was handling all the weird cases in the world and every magic will come out, he himself did not give the structure of how exactly is he doing it. For example, आप अपनी दादी के पास जाइए, you go to your grandparent, your nanny, granny, okay, and ask, how do you exactly make pinnies? In Punjabis, we have a flour laddu, a sweet Shirley, which is very famous. And you ask her, how exactly do you make it? She will generally, in the human, in the families, we get an answer, मैं अंदाजे से सब कुछ डाल देती हूँ, हो जाता है, isn't it? In a general world, right? What John Grinder and Richard Bandler did, they sat in front of Milton Erickson. I'm giving you the true thing, what actually they did. They cut, copy, paste exactly in the professional context only. And I repeat this line, in the professional context, because Milton Erickson was paralyzed 2 times. So John made a frame that I'm going to only copy or only model unconscious assimilation only in the professional context. Okay, all right. So he did the modeling in the professional context. Modeling means gathering information at the unconscious level. अब जब आप बच्चे होते हो, when you are a kid, are you thinking why mummy is doing that? You actually start doing. You don't think why, isn't it? That's why I picked up for Astha. I picked up someone who's very close. I can do more work with Astha to go more deeper into three different fields she has, whether she has congruency with the mind and body, and I can apply multiple techniques Astha still to work on this, okay, and to get into the outcome, surprised outcome which you can get. So the point is, coming back to the story, I'm sorry, coming back to the story, Milton was model, John and Richard model Milton Erickson completely. ऐसे समझ लीजिए बैठ के बस वो करना है जो मिल्टन बाबा कर रहे हैं. In Hindi, surely it means you just sit and just keep doing what Milton is doing. So you just sit and do. Step number 2, practice in parallel context. Colin, I was saying to you that there are so many concepts which you are already doing. Isn't it happen that in army we are seeing and observing more about how is the shooting happening than actually to shoot first? We actually observe, right? There's so many observation which we're trained on. At so many times people are asked just to sit and observe and do nothing, and they say, why do I sit and observe? I'm here to come and work. But when I'm sitting and observing with my eyes, ears, smell, taste, doing all 5 senses, I'm actually modeling, unconsciously assimilating without judgments, no criteria, just getting into the information. And then I practice in the parallel context. That's what I did. That's what Shirley did, if I'm not wrong. Practicing in a parallel context. So we become masters of that. That's what John did. They go to Milton. Milton ke paas, there is one person, one problem of psychosomatic. They see and micro-muscle Milton what he's doing, go back and practice the same person who is into psychosomatic and do the same thing and gets magic. Then after that, there is something called coding of the patterns, which is language, which a lot of trainers, you can utilize this if you learn it very nicely. Give time to it. They do coding of the patterns. So they do coding of the patterns, which means whatever you have learned, put into the structure, and then you start working around it. In a nutshell, in just a nutshell, this is what actually these guys did. And to learn all of that, yep. No, it needs a lot of practice, because you need to keep your judgmental minds completely shut off. Like, like that, and just work on the unconscious level. Woo. So that's about modeling. So the technique which I did, Ash, is a technique of modeling. I did a technique of modeling wherein you're seeing, hearing, and feeling. You learn these techniques in a structured way in the entire master course of 2 months extensive, which we will talk about it tomorrow. And Shirley, my beautiful friend, and Kathy are a part of it, and they do wonders. Shirley does wonders in perceptual positions. There's so many people out here who have already done it, right? So it's beautiful experience. It's all about experiencing. Okay. All right. I'm open for questions now. More questions around it, and then we have 10 minutes to open WACOG. I'm not sure whether we can open it or not. Just a bit. Okay. Any more questions around it? Come on, guys. No more questions means that, was it so clear? Oh my God. I was the person who would always ask questions. No more questions, people?
I have many, but then the paucity of time, I'll ask later on.
Oh, sure. That's kind of you. Thank you. No problem at all. But I'm still here for, you can keep writing it. Yeah. Weber had one point, and he said that to become mom and doing that. Yes, Weber, but just be sure that when you are becoming model, you are having a clear frame. So NLP work in a frame level, okay? You have a clear frame context, and more work is about the structure. Am I clear about it? No, Subhash, any context. I have modeled my mom. I know when I move that utensil that way, I know I'm doing what my mom was doing. You know, the specific intensity I have in my hand, and I'm aware this is the way I'm doing. So I can do it anywhere. I could see my role model doing his work, but I couldn't tap in his unconscious mind to see preparedness. Okay, Lena. All right. Please remember this, Lena. I will do a clean work with you individually. It could be due to some reasons, because of maybe you may not have a clean state by yourself. Maybe your unconscious mind is also wandering somewhere. Maybe this is just an assumption. And I would like to invest time to do it cleanly with you. Okay. So when you book your personal coaching, just keep this in mind, and we will do this once again. Okay, Lena, that's a good one. All right. I would now open one other topic. There are many core concepts of NLP which we train you on. WACOG model is one of them. The other exercise of Meta, Milton. There's so many models. Okay. I would invite Shirley to open up the WACOG blank sentinel, and how specifically are you blank? Please let me know what do you mean by that. I will help you out.
No,
We will
nothing
help you
state.
out. No, nothing state. That's the best state you are in sentinel. Just be there. Okay. I was in that state multiple times. I was at times where I don't know what the hell is happening. Did it happen with you, Shirley, as well?
Oh yeah, it still happens. And I'm just like, whoa. But what happens is, okay, we have the conscious mind and we have the unconscious mind. I love John Grinder again because he says the concept of the conscious and the unconscious mind are really, they're not real. They're theory. They're words we have assigned so that we can understand what happens in our brain. But, you know, in terms of being concrete and presenting an example, we have what we consider to be our conscious mind, and we have what's considered to be our unconscious mind. And our unconscious mind is there to filter truth, or what we think is truth, right? So the information comes to us and we say, if we say that, well, this is a white cup of tea and it's black, well, this is white, and somebody says it's black, consciously I can say, no, this is white. I can see that this is white. So the conscious mind is really there to, you know, to protect, to make sure that what we're filtering through to the unconscious mind is truth. We're identifying things that make sense or don't make sense, etc. And then we have our unconscious mind, where I would say 90 to 95% of everything we do is hosted there, right? All our patterns, childhood patterns, things that we have grown up. I mean, really, our brains only have the ability to have and process 7 plus or minus 2. So we have the ability to process 5 to 9 things at any one particular time. So right now, there are thousands of things happening around you, but you only have the limitation of processing just a handful of those things. Set 5 to 9 things at any one particular time, right? Maybe hearing me speak, processing the information, hearing Ridhima, maybe you writing down something, whatever. And so what's really happening in that blank is that the information is going in, and there is really so much that's happening at the unconscious level, that so that as you're processing only that 5 to 9 things at a time, you have now been bombarded in a way with, let's say, I don't know, 500 things, because it's so many new concepts. Our goal is to really challenge you and help you grow. So many things happen that you're going, what did just happen? But your conscious mind is trying to understand. So it draws a blank because it's so much. And your unconscious, hey, I got all this information, but it's storing it. So part of this whole journey is you just trusting that there's a lot of stuff that's going into your unconscious mind, and that it'll begin to organize all the information that you're learning in this class. And that as you continue on this journey, that it'll begin to make sense and go, oh, I get it. And it's not that you got it that day. Yes, you're getting it that day consciously, but unconsciously, your brain has been working with all this information little by little. Everything that's been happening with the exercise Ridhima did, everything is there in your unconscious mind, getting organized so that it could be used for your benefit, if that makes sense. So being in a blank state is a really good place. I don't like it. I get it, because our conscious mind wants to control. We want to understand, but it's a good place to be.
Absolutely. Yep. Right. And with that, there are people who are getting in too much of information. If it feels like, oh, okay, what is it? Give time to yourself, please. There is a lot. There is a lot. It is just a tip of an iceberg. Okay. There is a question by someone, I'm not sure who has asked this. Is it Deepak? How is it different from the spiritual programs which is offered? So Deepak, the discussions on senses, the discussions on how do I process senses inside my brain to communicate with my personal professional people, the discussion on collaboration, meta model, Milton model, timeline therapies, timeline patterns, new code NLP. This is all different concepts than what spiritual teachings are. Okay. Yes, you can apply spiritually all that as well. Please understand, NLP is not only about visualization. I was just doing one technique and not all of that. Okay. So there is a lot. I can use it in a new module if I want to make at a professional front, if you all are trainers and you wish to have new module at your level, okay, for your team members or for your customers, if you want, you can add on and create a new module. We help you in the entire year to do that as well. Yes, Aparna, beautiful question. Aparna, absolutely. And that's why I say, while modeling, what you filter is you have a frame, specific context on what you want to model. You can choose, you have a choice. NLP is about choices, isn't it? So you are choosing what you want to model and what you don't want to model. Okay. All right. So, for example, I say to myself that while I'm aware that there are things which I've modeled from my mother, I am also aware that I do not want to model something like she had breast cancer. So I'm aware about things which I am not going to be. So very clear about it. So glad, Kavya, you understood. So Deepak, you have also got to know the answer about it. I use meta model in conflict management trainings a lot. I don't know about you, Shirley, but I use it a lot in the corporate trainings. People, you can use so many concepts in corporate training directly. So don't think it's a visualization concept, which you'll have to, say it. Even if you can't visualize, then also people can do NLP, because it's all about what are you doing in the body more important than to only visualize. Visualization is only one sense you're using to see. Can you hear? Can you feel? Can you smell? Can you taste? I can work on a multiple concept. There's a presupposition in NLP which says NLP is all about flexibility. There is always a solution. That's all it says. What does it mean? I can find out with using different techniques. There are thousands of techniques. Please understand. Please understand that I can cover the entire concept of 7 years, which Shirley and me have learned in just 1 hour. That's why you have a 2 months big lesson. Okay. All right. So on that note, we have a communication model which we want to discuss in just 10 minutes. And then we cover up that model, Shirley, tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we
So
definitely could.
would you like me to share the slides for them to see some examples and let them think what exactly it is?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that. 1 second. I'm going to show you some funny slides. Let me see how many of you get what I'm trying to, or what me and Shirley is going to present you all. Thank you, Smriti. Lovely having you over here. So I have this slide in front of you. This could be something common which might happen. And the wife says, husband doesn't love me. He never loves me. Husband, she never tells me what it is. Wife, he doesn't see how am I. He never helps me. And the coach asks, how do you know that he doesn't help you? Oh, I kept the garbage bin for 3 days. He even can't see that to pick it up. Did you understand what are we saying? What is happening in this? Start writing. What's happening in this? This is a normal scenario, isn't it?
Very typical.
Very typical. Come on, start
Yes.
typing in the chat what is happening in the scenario. How will you solve this? Husband is aggressive or wife is aggressive. What do you want to say? I'm waiting for the chats to come in. All of you? Okay, there it is. Start coming. Communication, right. Lena. Okay. I'll keep it here so that you can see it, Shirley. Oops, sorry. They are not talking. Okay. They are not talking. Okay. No communication. Okay. What else? Assuming things. Okay. What else? What else? Anything else? Anyone? What else is happening? What else is happening? They're different. Priyanka. Expectation and lack of communication is there. There's so many expectations. People expect so many things and they get it. And the way they are communicating but not understanding each other, Samantha says. Okay. Sharad, intelligent. Interpretations. Okay. All right. Interpreting the way the world is. I feel it's easy when you share all the feeling and speak out your expectations. When you don't do it, there are many problems.
Okay, very good. Very good.
You get to know, Shirley, what's happening.
Absolutely. Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to dive deep into what would you do if you're a coach, or if you're an agent of change and there's situations like this in your own life or with those around you. Maybe there's differences at work. Maybe you've had differences with a family member, or you see that there's other people, like let's say you have children and your two children are having differences. So tomorrow we're going to learn a technique and where you can learn to make sense out of this, so that you go from that, picture on the top where people are like seeing different ways, and then they get along, or they can see at least a different point of view and what they had before. So we're looking for that reconnection and that greater understanding. And so let's see.
Absolutely.
Yep, the bigger. Absolutely. So
the last conversation, Shirley, I have a second conversation for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So Junior says, "Sir, I have sent you the file. Please have a look at it." And the boss says, "This sounds amazing. What's the plan ahead?" And Junior says, "Well, the bigger picture I have in my mind can give us profits." The boss says, "Tell me what it is." Junior says, "My perspective is that the product A is the loss to the client as it seems quite big, and product B is more clear to the client." And the boss says, "How do you know?" And Junior says, "It is clear, isn't it?" Based on an older picture. So absolutely.
You can keep a picture of it and keep thinking throughout the night, what is the difference? What is happening in these two conversations? And what is that Shirley has in her bag, which she's going to open, to what the difference actually is, to what you are thinking the difference is.
Yep.
It could be surprising.
Absolutely. Yep.
Nice. Well, let me just go back. Nice, Samantha. You are reaching
Very nice.
there. Let others keep thinking, Samantha. Good. I like that. Zubin, Samantha, Priyanka. Okay, Dinar.
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. Hold on to your horses, everyone. I want you to keep thinking more about this entire conversation. It's a general conversation, isn't it? And there is a communication model which we are going to open with respect to time. It's already 7:40, so a lot of people want to come back tomorrow and have their dinners on time. So thank you so much for your time. I respect each and everyone's time. Please remember, whatever you are learning right now or today and tomorrow is just a tip of a tip of a tip. There are multiple things which you can imbibe in at the personal level to work with your child to recover from any kind of a physical pains, or to improve your business, or to have your goals. This is just limitless. It's just limitless. It's just the way you process information of NLP, and there are thousands of techniques which can be used. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Me and Shirley will see you again tomorrow, covering up the surprise about what the model we're talking about, and then taking out perceptual position as a technique with Ridhima, with Shirley and Ridhima. Okay. Thank you so much, Vibhuti. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone.
Being here. Thanks, Ash.
Great class.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Charlotte.
being here. Take care.
Thank you, Asta. Thanks, Weber.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Neha. Bye-bye. Bye, Shirley. Bye, Priyanka.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Senthil.
Rimam. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you
Senthil, we will
tomorrow.
connect for that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Rohan. Bye, Lena. Thanks, Weber. Thanks, Vidhi. Thank you, Subhash. We will discuss, no problem. I'm here. Lena, we will have the coaching call. Okay, all right. Senthil, do let me know what happens in the body. Okay, just keep thinking about it and what happens in the body, or just let it be and let it come automatically. Okay, sometimes it just comes automatically. It's a process. Okay, see you tomorrow again. Bye-bye.